Governor's Cup. We do have a 12 race card lined up for you here this afternoon. We'll set the scene for you here for round 12. We're under clear skies. The track condition at this point rated fast. We'll update that if there is a change. Also, the temperature is in the mid. And there's just a light breeze blowing. We're going to give you the changes that we do have at the present time. I'm sure there's more changes to come, but let's go through some of the changes that we have before we start the program. Turn to the first race. In the first race, a driver change for number 5, Promise Me the Rock. Make the driver Cordarius Stewart. Cordarius drives number 5, Promise Me the Rock in the opener. No changes right now in the second. Now turn to the third. In the third race, a driver change for number 6, Midnight at the Beach. Make that driver Logan Loney. Logan Loney will drive the 6, Midnight at the Beach in race 3. No changes in the fourth. Now move to the fifth. In the fifth race this afternoon, a driver change for number 1, Wizard's Temptation. Make the driver Cordarius Stewart. Cordarius Stewart drives number 1, Wizard's Temptation, in race number 5. No changes in the. Now move to the 7th. In race 7 this afternoon, Scratch the 4, first round pick. That's in race 7, Scratch the 4, first round pick. Now turn to the 8th. In the 8th race today, a driver change for the 3, Cheatham for Real. Make that driver Mike Peterson. Peterson now the 3, Cheatham for Real in the 8th race. Also in race 8, Scratch number 4, Striking Dan. Scratch the 4, Striking Dan from race 8. No changes in the 9th. There's no changes in the 10th. Now move to the 11th. In the 11th race, Scratch number 5, Western Star Beach. Scratch the 5, Western Star Beach from race number 11. Also in that 11th race, we do have a driver to be announced for the 4, Wine Party. A driver to be announced for the 4, Wine Party in race 11. No changes in the 12. At this time, don't forget 412 Communications is our company live streaming the event today. Very simply, ISA website, and follow the clicks from there to go to Fair Racing, and you'll be able to watch all of the replays from our 2026 or even years before that on the archives list there for Fair Races replay. Also, a special thanks to the Standardbred Association. They provided the programs today, and the Indiana Standardbred Breed Development for their support for the 2026 live streaming courtesy of 412 Communications. This is round 12. There's 14 rounds in total before we get to the Governor's Cup Constellation and Championship. Please note that round 13 is going to take place this coming Saturday in Jay County at the Portland, Indiana, to be exact. Jay County Fairgrounds, Portland, Indiana, coming up this Saturday. And then the following Saturday, they'll be in Clinton County in Frankfort, Indiana, to conclude round 14 there the following Saturday. So the points are very important. Hopefully we can keep you up to date as we go along for the day. But at this point, we're going to call them out for race number 1. All right, we're ready to go. Race number 1, you can bring them out. It's the first of 3 divisions for 3-year-old pacing fillies. Bring them out. Race 1 up next. Gentlemen, boys and girls, the horses have made their way onto the racetrack now for the first of 12 here to conclude round 12. On the road, the Governor's Cup going to kick things off with 3-year-old. Three divisions coming at you. Let's meet the field here for race number 1. The field, they include the 1. Owned by Roger Wilkin, trained by Justin White, handling the lines today. Mike Peterson, Tell Blue Photo in the standings. The 4 is Captain Lizzie. Handling the lines here today. Kevin Detweiler on the 4, Captain Lizzie. The 5 is Promise Me the Rock, owned by Taylor Racing. There's the trainer. Driver change here to now drives the Curly inside the top 8 in 6 teams. Second tier starters are the 6. Polly Molly, owned by the King Racing Stable. Larry King trains Doug Ryder aboard 16th. And the 7 Artistic Photo. Mark with Kathy Milton. Trained note a driver change here to Clint Coy. Clint Coy now aboard the 7 Artistic Photo. Currently inside the top 8 in 5th. Today's starter, Becky Wetkenberg, has called for the horses to line up. Gates rolling. Good field of 7 3-year-old pacing fillies. We've got 5 in line, 2 in behind. It's the first of 3 divisions. Indiana Sired Fair Circuit. We're on the road to the Governor's Cup. It's round 12. Converse, the opener. It's showtime. There they go. Often pacing Sunrays Triumph. Tell Blue Photo hustling up on the inside. Chantilly Ruh. The 3 of them going to vie for that early lead into the turn. On the inside, it's Chantilly Ruh. Challenging Sunrays Triumph. Stuck on the outside now. That's Tell Blue Photo. Up from the second tier. Saving ground. Artistic Photo. Back racing in 5th. That's Captain Lizzie. And then it's back to Polly Molly. And the early trailer is Promise Me the Rock. Chantilly Ruh. Dawnish intent on having the lead. And he's got it just past the quarter pole. Leading the way a length. Sunrays Triumph will track that leader in the 2-hole. It's a length and a half. Racing into 3rd. That is Artistic Photo as they pass that quarter and race toward the stretch now. The opening quarter, 27-3. Lightning opening quarter right there as they swing through the stretch. Chantilly Ruh, 13th in the standings, is looking to get into that top 8. The victory today could go all the way. Chantilly Ruh and Donnie controlling the tempo from Sunrays Triumph. Continuing along in 3rd, that's Artistic Photo, followed then by, that's Tell Blue Photo, racing along in 4th. The half, up 56-3. They're rocking and rolling in the opener. Up the backside they go. Round 12's underway here in Converse today, and Chantilly Ruh, the daughter of Rockin' Image, holds the lead. Now to the outside comes Tell Blue Photo, who's looking to get back on the winning track today. Sunrays Triumph locked in the box right now is 3rd and needs some racing room. And then to the outside, Tell Blue Photo. They're past 3 quarters, midway into the final turn. Chantilly Ruh looking to close the door on them. 3 quarters, 126 flat, coming down the lane. Now Dawnish goes to work on Chantilly Ruh with that lead a length and a half. That's going to give Sunrays Triumph an opportunity to pop the pocket with Anthony Miller. But Dawnish and Chantilly Ruh, they came to play today. Chantilly Ruh's going to win it. Sunrays Triumph 2nd, finishing 3rd. Looked like Artistic Photo. Then it was close for 4th between Tell Blue Photo and Promise Me the Rock. Then it was back to Captain Lizzie and Polly Molly. Winning time here, 156 flat. Just 2 ticks from equaling the track record for 3-year-old fillies.
In Indiana, we grow it. And when it comes to harness racing, the Indiana program has grown to become one of North America's very best. Breed Development and the ISA have been there every step of the way by overseeing and promoting the Indiana sired racing, breeding, and stakes programs at every level. We're working to ensure a right future for all of us.
And Premier Bluebird gets it done. Bluebird does rewrite the record books.
Broadcast to social, print to digital, coast to coast, remote or on site. 412 Communications has the solution to bridge your team with your audience. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today.
Moving on to the track now for the second race, second of three divisions. Three. Oh, Doja and Dur currently inside the top 8 in the 7th. Versus Am Behaving, racing for the Hartley Farms. Carl Newland trains. Note the driver change to Anthony Miller. Anthony Miller on the 2, Am Behaving, currently on the bubble in 8th position. 3 is Plenty of Voltage, owned by Emily Deaver, Richard Keaton, J.A. and K.J. Craner. Emily Deaver trains Logan Loney, the pilot, currently 15th in the standings. The 4, Mystical Night, owned by Sheila Parcher, trained and driven by Jay Cross. The 5, It Liz Again, owned by Chris Koros along with Thurl Hensley. Gerald Miller trains, Mike Peterson will catch drive. It Liz Again, currently 9th in the standings. And in the second tier, the 6 is Vel, Let's Be Fair, owned by the King Racing Stable. Larry King trains, Clint Coy will do the driving, 12th in the standings for Vel, Let's Be Fair.
Go ahead and call them back. You'll either get there or you won't. Tell them.
Yeah, she's even crawling over there today, too. Old Pacing fillies, we've got 5 on the gate, 1 a little late. It's the second of 3 divisions. 3-year-old Pacing fillies, Indiana Sired Fair Circuit. Round 12 on the road to the Governor's Cup. Converse, race 2. Race time. There they go. Often pacing, Plenty of Voltage quickly off the wing, out for the early lead. To the inside, and Behaving came away second. Along the inside, that's Doja Indur in the third. From that outside post, It Liz Again has dropped into fourth. In front of L, Let's Be Fair, who got away into fifth. Mystical Night, the early trailer. Half a dozen 3-year-old pacing fillies have already settled in. They're in straight alignment right now. Logan Loney coming off a driving triple here yesterday leads the way a length from Anthony Miller's got the drive with Am Behaving. They're sitting in third. That's a Doja and Dur as they just passed the quarter pole. It Liz Again going along in fourth. Back in fifth. That is Vel, Let's Be Fair with Clint Coy. He had a grand slam here yesterday. The trailer, Mystical Night. Opening quarter, 30-2. So backing the tempo down a little, but now not happy in the backfield. They're moving up on him. And it is Mike Peterson who's come first up with It Liz Again. And now Plenty of Voltage just forced to pick it up. But it is with a quick brush. That is now It Liz Again taking over as they just passed the half and has just crossed over into the lead. Now Plenty of Voltage sits in the second. That's Vel, Let's Be Fair, still along in third. And then Am Behaving shuffle to fourth. 1/2 minute and 3/5. It Liz Again opening up her lead now. Plenty of Voltage is backpedaling a little. Up on the outside now. Vel, Let's Be Fair's on the move. A length and a half back. That's Am Behaving in fourth. Fifth to the outside is Doja and Dur. Not today for Mystical Night, but It Liz Again strutting her stuff here this afternoon. She's opened up a 7-length lead. Plenty of Voltage is back in second. Nowhere to go for that is Am Behaving in third. They went by the 3/4, 1:27-2. A lightning fast third quarter, and It Liz Again has put them away. She's opening up her lead to double digits. Large and in charge, It Liz again gonna win it by more than 12 in the end, finishing second and behaving. Looks like Plenty of Voltage was third. Gonna be a photo for fourth between Val, Let's Be Fair, and Doge and Dur, and then Mystical Night. It Liz again, a convincing winner. How about 156 and 2?
3/4.
Again. It is again a 3-year-old Bay filly, daughter of Highlighter, out of the mare American Farah. It's the win of the season. It's the third circuit, and now 8 wins for It Liz again. Earl Hensley, trained by Killer. He's going to go a long way toward the Governor's Cup. He's going into it with victory, likely to move inside the top 8. Here's the official placings from race 2. Doge and Dur, 4th. Behaving, 2nd. Plenty. Actions for 3rd and 2. The half in a minute and 3/5. 3/4, 127 and 2, and the 1. Two. All right, back. Race 3. Driver change on the 6. Midnight at the beach. Make that Logan. Okay.
In Indiana, we grow it. And when it comes to harness racing, the Indiana program has grown to become one of North America's very best. Breed development and the ISA have been there every step of the way by overseeing and promoting the Indiana sired racing, breeding, and stakes programs at every level. We're working to ensure a right future for all of us.
Horses making their way onto the racetrack now for the third race, third and final division today for 3-year-old pacing fillies. Field of lining up in here, and it's a good field with the one rocking. She's currently second in the standings. She's owned by the East Racing Stable, trained and driven by Don East. Your points leaders to Rita's Girl, owned by Ernest Wagler, trained by Joe Wagler, driven by Kevin Detweiler on top of the standings. Third in the standings is the 3, Vel Get This Straight, owned by the King Racing Stable, trained by Larry King. Clint Coy will. The 4 horses, Adeline, owned by Dennis and Kathy Petty. Justin White's the trainer. Mike Peters. Here to Logan Loney. The beach, currently outside the standing. Good field of 6 3-year-old pacing fillies with line 1 and behind. Indiana's Desired Fair Circuit. It's round 12 on the road to the Governor's Cup. Converse, race 3. Race time. There they go. Off and one, pacing Rita's Girl. The quickest of the gate speed clears into that lead as they corner into the turn. A rockin' Charlie from the inside post got away second. Val, get this straight, will get away third. Racing in fourth, that's a Lady Adeline. And now backing off, I Am the Best looks to settle into fifth and gapped about 5 lengths. Here is Midnight at the Beach. Up the backstretch they go, and your points leader, Rita's Girl, looking to add to it here as Kevin Detweiler and Rita's Girl rolling down to the quarter pole with the lead. Rockin' Charlie, no worse than second in his last 6, is right there tracking that leader for Don Eash. One from there, Val, get this straight, a winner of 2 last 3. Opening quarter here, 29-3. A pretty sensible opening quarter over the fast track. And Rita's Girl looking to extend that winning streak to 6 here today as they get set to pass the fans in the stands. And it's Rita's Girl holding that lead. Rockin' Charlie biding time in the 2-hole, but under a very tight line with each aboard. Then a length and a half away to Val. Get this straight. Sitting in 4 still. No change in the racing order. Lady Adeline 4th. I Am the Best, and Midnight at the Beach a much closer 6th. The half, a minute and 3/5. How about a 31 flat second quarter breather? They're going to pick it up from here. Heading up the backside down to the quarter pole. Rita's Girl with the lead. Detweiler now kicks the plugs out. Now angling out of that pocket is Donnie Shen rocking a Charlie. Val, get this straight. Don't count her out. She's got about 2.5 to make up. And then a gap of 5 back to Lady Adeline. They're into the far turn. Rita's Girl looking to go all the way. 3/4, 128 flat. 27-2 in that third quarter. And Rita's Girls finding another gear here today. And Rita's Girls moved away. 4 to the good now. Up on the outside, Bell, get this straight to the inside. Rockin' Charlie in deep stretch. Rita's Girl again gonna win it. Rockin' Charlie did hold a second from Val. Get this straight. I Am the Best was up for 4th, finishing 5th. Lady Adeline, and then Midnight at the Beach. Rita's Girl 6 in a row. 157. And a divisional winner for 3-year-old pacing fillies today, and one to deal with when it gets to the Governor's Cup Championship. It's the 2, Rita's Girl. Rita's Girl, a 3-year-old bay filly. She's a daughter of Highlighter out of a Better's Delight mare, Rita J. 6 wins in a row, 7 on the year, and now 9 lifetime victories overall for Rita's Girl. Bred by Aquila Stolfus of Indiana, Rita's Girl is owned by Ernest Wagler of Syracuse, trained by Joe Wagler, driven to victory off a triple here yesterday. The fair's leading driver, Kevin Detweiler. The official placings from race 3, Rockin' Charlie 2nd, Rita's Girl your divisional winner, Val, get this straight 3rd, Lady Adeline got the nickel, I Am the Best finished 4th, Midnight at the Beach 6th. Recheck top down 2, 1, 3, 5, 4, 6 on the bottom. The fractions were 29-3, the half in a minute and 3/5, 3/4 in 1:28, and the mile today for Rita's Girl 1:57 flat. It was a 1:56 mile that turned out to be the fastest of the 3 divisions. That belonged to Chantilly Russ back in race number 1. All right, backside, we're moving to the trot here for 3 divisions of 2-year-old trotting fillies. Backside, you can bring them out. Race 4, the 4th race, is up next.
In Indiana, we grow it. And when it comes to harness racing, the Indiana program has grown to become one of North America's very best. Breed development and the ISA have been there every step of the way by overseeing and promoting the Indiana sired racing, breeding, and stakes programs at every level. We're working to ensure a bright future for all of us.
And Premier Bluebird gets it done. Bluebird does rewrite the record books.
Broadcast to social, print to digital, coast to coast, remote or on site. 412 Communications has the solution to bridge your team with your audience. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today.
This afternoon, race number 4, the first of 3 divisions. We're on the trot for 2-year-old trotting fillies. Field of 7 lining up in here. 2 driver changes to make a note of. Start with the second tier, the 6 Jerusha, the driver now Logan Loney. Logan Loney on the 6. And the 7 Dover Julia, make that driver Clint Coy. Clint Coy now drives the 7 Dover Julia. So a field of 7 kicking off the 2-year-old trotting fillies, and they include your points leader, the 1, Sassy Temper. Owned and trained by Joe Wagler. Kevin Detweiler will do the driving. Going for 4 in a row is the points leader. The 2 is Blue Gemstone, 19th in the standing, just outside the top 16. Owned by the Kellerman brothers along with Tegan Sage Racing. T-Trick Trains, Jay Cross will do the driving. 11th in the standings is the 3, Misty Springs, owned by the Locust Grove Farm, trained by Enos Loniker. Mike Peterson looks for 2 today. 4, Living My Dream, tied for 14th in the standings. Races for Zach and Dessa Miller, along with Marvin Schwartz. Zach Miller trains. Anthony Miller will catch drive. The 5 is Mama's Money, owned by Julie Rideout, the Hoosier Standardbred Farm, along with Ryan Raver. Doug Rideout trains and drives. And in the second tier, the 6, Jerusha, owned by the Black and White Stable, trained by Leander Schwartz. Note the driver change to Logan Loney. Logan Loney on the 6. And the 7, Dover Julia, owned by Virgil Raber, Anthony Schwartzentruber trains. Note the driver change here to Clint Coy. Clint Coy on the 7, Dover Julia. In line, 2 and behind. The first of 3 divisions, Indiana Sired Fair Circuit. Second and final day of round 12 on the road to the Governor's Cup. Converse, race 4, post time.
They're close, huh?
Yeah. There they go. Often trotting Sassy Temper from along 6 is out for the early lead. Driving up on the outside now, Misty Springs there toward the inside now. Misty Springs jumped it off while cornering, and now off stride went Blue Gemstone. Also jumped it off in the turn. So they're trying to avoid the breakers there. Meanwhile, Sassy Temper's been loose on a lead here of 6 early over Living My Dream, who did avoid the breakers there in a second. Dover Julia got away in the third. Racing on the outside of that one is Mama's a Money. To the inside of that is Jerusha. And now back at trotting, that's Blue Gemstone and Misty Spring. So the 2-year-old trotting fillies well scattered. On break before the quarter was Mama's Money as they race into the far turn. Opening quarter 31-3, and it's your points a leader. Sassy Temper trotting with a 5-length advantage right now over Living My Dream in a second. That is Clint Coy and Dover Julia going along in third. They're currently about 7 from the lead. And then on the inside racing next and back in fourth, that is Jerusha. Just past the half-mile mark, Sassy Temper a 7-time winner and 10 career starts. She's looking to add to that total here today. That lead is a 2.5. She appears to be doing it easily. The half, 104 and 3. That was just a 33 flat second quarter as they trot up the backside. The rookie filly, Sassy Temper, a daughter from the first crop of Temporal Hanover, now starting to speed away again, opening it up to almost 5. That's Living My Dream in a second. Along the inside, that's a Dover Julia third. On the outside of that one comes Jerusha, and not today for the rest of them. That includes Mama's Money, Blue Gemstone, and Misty Springs. They're past the 3/4, 133 and 2. Definitely picked it up and now slipping away from the field. Sassy Temper opening up an 8-length lead. Jerusha jumped it off at the top of the stretch, but midway down the lane, in hand and in command, she is Sassy Temper. Gonna win it by about 7 in the end over Living My Dream, who held second from Dover Julia third. A fast closing Misty Springs might be up for fourth over Mama's Money. Then Jerusha and back to Blue Gemstone. Sassy Temper, 204. Grants and a divisional winner and an easy winner here today. Your points leader, the full one, Sassy Temper. Sassy Temper now a 4-time in a row winner here and now 8 for 11 in her racing career. And none faster than this one here today. Sassy Temper's a 2-year-old bay filly by Temporal Hanover out of the credit winner mare Galloway Girl. A $6,000 yearling purchase at the Midwest Standardbred Mixed Sale. And now Sassy Temper, who's owned and trained by Joe Wagler, was bred by Gary Lee Miller of Indiana. That's 2 wins on the day for trainer Joe Wagler. How about a double on the day for the fair's leading driver, Kevin Detweiler? Note the time, 2:04 flat by 1 full second. That's a brand new life mark for Sassy Temper. Top down, Kev.
Top down is 174.
Racings from race 4, Sassy Temper, your divisional winner. Blue Gemstone 7th. Misty Springs 4th. Living My Dream 2nd. Mama's Money 6th. Jerusha finished 5th. Dover Julia 3rd. Recheck, top down, 174. 2, 6, 5, and 3. The fractions were 31 and 3. The half, 104 and 3. 3/4 in 133 and 2. Trotted a back half here today of 59 and 2 for a new life mark. Sassy Temper, 204. All right, backside, bring them out for race 5. Race 5, the second of 3 divisions. 2-year-old trotting fillies up next. Noted driver change in this 5th race. The 1, Wizard's Temptation. Make the driver Cordarius Stewart. Bring them out. Race 5 up next.
In Indiana, we grow it. And when it comes to harness racing, the Indiana program has grown to become one of North America's very best. Breed development and the ISA have been there every step of the way by overseeing and promoting the Indiana sired racing, breeding, and stakes programs at every level. We're working to ensure a bright future for all of us.
Two-year-old trotting fillies, a field of 7 here. Note the driver change on the 1, Wizard's Temptation. Make that driver Cordarius Stewart. So the field includes the 1, Wizard's Temptation, owned by Taylor Racing, along with a Hoosier Standardbred farm, Kevin and Cassie Lambright. Spence Taylor trains. Note the driver change today to Cordarius Stewart. Cordarius Stewart on the 1, Wizard's Temptation. 2 is In the Flames, owned, trained, and driven by Tim Smith. 3, ER Navy, ranked 5th in the standings, owned by the East Racing Stable, trained and driven by Don Each. The 4, Cool Manor, 2nd in the standings, owned and trained by Joe Wagler and Kevin Detweiler aboard. That trainer-driver combination looking for their 3rd winner today. The 5 is Swan's Echo, owned by the Hickory Hollow Stables, Chris Gilbert, William Hart, and Julie Rideout. Doug Rideout trains and drives. Second tier starters include the 6, Dover's Party, owned by the Hartley Farms, trained by Carl Newland, Mike Peterson between the wheels. And the 7 is Glider Violet, the second of the Doug Rideout trainees. This one owned by Dr. Allen and Carol White. Doug Rideout trains, and Clint Coy will do the driving. Glider Violet currently 4th in the standings. Old trotting fillies, 5 in line, 2 in behind. It's the second of 3 divisions. Indiana Sired Fair Circuit, round 12 on the road to the Governor's Cup. Converse, race 5. Race time. There are the 6. There they go. Often trotting Cool Manners expected. Trots out for the early lead right alongside Swan's Echo. A gap of 2.5. ER Navy comes away trotting in third. Carefully handled in that turn. They're along the inside under a tight hold right now. That's Wizard's Temptation. A gap of 2 in the Flames. Just jumped it off on the turn. The 2 off stride. Then back to Glider Violet. Far back making a break before the start. Dover's Party. Up the backside they go. 2-year-old trotting fillies well strung out. And it is Kevin Detweiler teaming up with Joe Wagler again, and they've got the lead here with Cool Manor passing the quarter and heading into the far turn by 2.5. Swan's Echo with the right. He's got 1 or 2 in here. He's trying to keep up with the leader. That opening quarter, 30 seconds flat. It's a gap of about 5 to Donish and ER Navy, who trots along in the third. That's Wizard's Temptation in the fourth. Sitting in fifth is Glider Violet. So the field swings through the stretch, approaching the half-mile mark, and it is Cool Manor. After an interference break last time out, looks to get back on a winning track here, and Cool Manor is past the half now with a 5-length advantage. Swan's Echo being asked to pick it up. ER Navy is on the move now for each. The half 101. It's a gap of 2.5. That's Wizard's Temptation in fourth. A Glider Violet in fifth. And then far back to In the Flames. Further back, Dover's Party. And now strutting here stuff Cool Manor. She's opened up a 8-length advantage here. Back up into second. Now comes ER and Navy. That's Wizard on the move for Cordelia Stewart. And then they're past the three-quarter pole. Could this be the third winner today for Wagler and Detweiler? It is with the lead. Cool Manor. That lead is almost 10 now as they come to the top of the lane. It's Cool Manor widening that lead. Here's another putting on a show here today is Cool Manor. A 7th win from 11 lifetime starts. She is Cool Manor to win it very easily. Wizards Temptation was second. ER Navy third. Looks like Glider Violet was fourth over the Barn Mate. That was then Swan's Echo. Then back to In the Flames. And then Dover's Party. Kevin Detweiler and Joe Wagler, 3 winners today, all in a row. How about 2 minutes, 1/5? And a very easy winner here today for 2-year-old fillies. Cool Manners, a 2-year-old filly from the first crop of rebuff from a Majestic Sun mare, Majestic Presence. An $8,000 bargain purchase here from the Midwest Standardbred Yearling Select Sale. Now a 7-time winner in 11 lifetime starts. Cool Manners, bred by Carl Miller of Indiana, owned and trained, a 3rd winner on the day for the trainer, Joe Wagler. And for Kevin Detweiler, leading driver, he stretches his lead. Here's a driving triple on the afternoon for driver Kevin Detweiler. Also make a note that the time of 2 minutes, 1/5 by almost 3 full seconds. That's a brand new life best for Cool Manners. The official placings from race 5, Wizards Temptation 2nd, In the Flames 6th. ER Navy wound up with a show doe. Cool Manor, a divisional winner. Swan's Echo finished 5th. Dover's Party 7th. Glider Violet wound up 4th. Recheck top down 2, 6, 3, 1, 5, 7, and 4 on the bottom. Here's the fractions from race 5. First quarter 30 flat. The half in 101. 3/4 in 1:30. Once again, this is a new life mark for Cool Manor. 2 minutes and a tick. All right, backside, bring them out for race 6. It's the 3rd and final division for 2-year-old trotting fillies. You can bring them out. Race 6 up next.
In Indiana, we grow it. And when it comes to harness racing, the Indiana program has grown to become one of North America's very best. Breed development and the ISA have been there every step of the way by overseeing and promoting the Indiana sired racing, breeding, and stakes programs at every level. We're working to ensure a right future for all of us.
the driver to be make the driver Miller. The trainer co-owner Alvin Miller will drive the 3 Swan Delight. So it's a field of 7 that moves to 1. SK, I Had Some Help. Currently on the bubble in 8, owned by Stephen Nepp. Sports a 2-time winner here yesterday. Driving Kevin. They're looking for 4 in a row. 13th in the standings. All of the East Racing stables trained and driven by Don. 3 is Swan Delight by James. Owned, trained, and owned by Rhino trained to drive. 6th in the standings is the 6, Help on Divine. And drives. And rounding out the field, 14th in the standings, the 7 is Roland G Forces. Owned and trained by Zach Miller, Anthony Miller in the driver's seat. Old Trotting Fillies. We've got 5 on the gate with 2 a little late. 3rd and final division, Indiana Sired Fair Circuit. We're on the road to the Governor's Cup. It's Converse, race 6. Post time. There they go. Often trotting Diana Dreams from the outside. Inside, SK, I Had Some Help. Those two go for the early lead as they corner into that turn. Help on Divine. On a break when Elite Image has jumped it off. There along the inside is Roland G. Force. Jumped it off now. Roland G. Force is off stride. Avoiding the breaker was Do What You Do Well. So as they head up the backside, we've seen this show before. It is SK, I Had Some Help, and Kevin Detweiler on the motor. Right there tracking the leader. That's Diana Dreams. A length away to Help on Divine. Going along in 3rd, just 2 off the lead. A length and a half back. Do What You Do Well and Ride Out. Looking it over from 4th. Back a trotting Roland G. Forces. Caught up to the main body of the field, and then it's back there to Swan Delight. Further back, Elite Image. First quarter just 32 and 2. SK, I Had Some Help. A winner back in Portland, looking to get it here in Converse today. A second win, and it is SK, I Had Some Help. The daughter of Help is on the way, but now pressure coming from Help on Divine, and Help on Divine with a quick brush will clear into the lead as they hit the turn. So now Clint Coy and Help on Divine have taken over from SK, I Had Some Help. Do What You Do Well's on the move in 3rd. The half just 105 and 1. Following the outside flow there, that is a Roland G. Forces. Saving ground along the inside is Diana Dream, and then it's about 10 lengths back to Swan Delight and Elite Image as they head to the 3/4 pole. That's Help on Divine. looking for a third fair win. SK, I Had Some Help, has popped the pocket at the three-quarter pole. Do What You Do Well is in with a shot, about 2.5 to make up as they're midway through that far turn. Three-quarter time is coming up in 1:34 and 2. Heads are turning for home. A ding-dong battle here. On the outside, SK, I Had Some Help. On the inside is Help on Divine. These two gonna slug it out midway down the lane, but Help on Divine might be going just a tad better. Yes! Help on Divine gonna win it over SK, I Had Some Help. Do What You Do Well got the show though. Then it was Roland G Forces. The nickel belongs to Diana Dreams, and then Elite Image and Swan Delight. Final time here, 2:05 for Help on Divine. And a division today for 2-year-old trotting fillies, and likely to secure a spot in that Governor's Cup Championship in just over 2 weeks. Here's the 6th, Help on Divine. Help on Divine's a 2-year-old bay. Daughter of Help is on the way. Out of the Super Fectu Mare, Super Speed and Run. It's the 3rd win in 9 career starts for Help on Divine. Bred by Jacob Wicke of Indiana. Is owned by Donald Coy of Winchester. Trained and driven to victory off a 4-bagger yesterday. Driven to victory by Coy. The official placings from race 6. SK, I Had Some Help 2nd. Elite Image 6th. Swan Delight 7th. Diana Dreams finished 5th. Do What You Do Well 3rd. Help on Divine, a divisional winner. Roland G Forces 4th. And top down reads 2, 6, 7, 5, 3, 1, and 4 on the bottom. Here's your fractions: 32 and 2. The half, 105 and 1. 3/4 in 134 and 2. Came home in 29 and 3 to score the victory. Help on Divine, 205. All right, it's now the boys' turn, and we've got 3 divisions coming up here now for our 2-year-old trotting colts and geldings. You can bring them out backside. We're ready to go for race 7. The first of 3 division 2-year-old trotting colts.
In Indiana, we grow it. And when it comes to harness racing, the Indiana program has grown to become one of North America's very best. Breed development and the ISA have been there every step of the way by overseeing and promoting the Indiana sired racing, breeding, and stakes programs at every level. We're working to ensure a bright future for all of us.
Horses have made their way onto the race for the 7th race. Do have a scratch and some driver changes to report. Start with the 1, Just for Money. Make that driver Gerald Miller on the 1. Scratch the 4, first round pick. Driver change on the 5, Impel Dan. Make that driver Cordarius Stewart. And a driver change for the 7, Great Cody. Make that driver Logan Loney. So it's a field of 7 with the scratch. They include the 1, Just for Money. Owned and trained by William Wagler. Note the driver change to Gerald Miller. The 2 is Hidden Talent, 5th in the standings. Owned by Julie Rideout, William Hart, and Matt Burton. Doug Rideout trains. It's 1 of 2 for him in here. Clint Coy will do the driving. 3 is $10 Yankee, leased, trained, and driven by Scott Christner. Scratch the 4. 5, Impel Dan, owned by Kevin and Cassie Lambright, along with Taylor Racing. Spence Taylor trains. Note the driver change to Cordarius Stewart. Cordarius Stewart on the 5, Impel Dan. 3rd in the standings, starting from the 2nd tier, the 6th, the Skyway Storm, owned by Norval Road Crew, the 2nd trainee for Doug Rideout, who also does the driving. Once again, 3rd in the standings. Also in that 2nd tier, the 7 is Great Cody, trained by Leander Schwartz, owned by Kevin Detweiler. Note the driver change here to Logan Loney. Logan Loney is on the 7, Great Cody. And the 8 is Best Swans Rocker, 2nd in the standings, owned and trained by Joe Wagler, Kevin Detweiler with the line.
In Indiana, we grow it. And when it comes to harness racing,
Print to digital, coast to coast, remote or on site, 412 Communications has the solution to bridge your team with your audience. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today.
A son of hell. How about wins in a row in the rain? 6 for 10. And Jill
in Indiana, we grow it. And when it comes to harness racing, the Indiana program has grown to become one of North America's very best. Breed development and the ISA have been there every step of the way by overseeing and promoting the Indiana sired racing, breeding, and stakes programs at every level. We're working to ensure a bright future for all of us.
And Premier Bluebird gets it done. Bluebird does! Rewrite the record books.
Broadcast to social, print to digital, coast to coast, remote or on site, 412 Communications has the solution to bridge your team with your audience. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today.
In Indiana, we grow it. And when it comes to harness racing, the Indiana program has grown to become one of North America's very best. Breed development and the ISA have been there every step of the way by overseeing and promoting the Indiana sired racing, breeding, and stakes programs at every level. we're working to ensure a right future for all of us.
TT Trick Trains and Jay Cross is between the wheels. 2, Swan Hunk, owned by the Goose Island Stables, along with Brett Wilfong, who also trains and reigns. The 3 is Cheatham for Real, owned by Doris Murillo. Sanford Rob Trains. Note the driver change to Mike Peterson. Mike Peterson aboard the 3, Cheatham for Real. Scratch the 4, Striking Dan. The 5 is Brookview Holiday, your points leader. Owned and trained by Joe Wagler. Kevin Detweiler aboard. The 6 from the second tier, Hiding the Whiskey, owned by Julie Rideout, Donald Coy, and John Llewellyn. 1 or 2 from the Doug Rideout barn. Clint Coy will do the driving, looking for a natural hat trick. Hiding the Whiskey is currently 9th in the standings. The 7 is Express Flight, the second of the Doug Rideout trainees. This one is owned by William Hart, Julie Rideout, and Chris Gilbert. Doug Rideout will also drive. Currently, Express Flight is 4th in the standings. And completing that second tier, the 8 is E.R. Benjamin, owned by the East Racing Stable, trained and driven by Donish. rolling. And we're down to a field of 7. We've got 4 in line, 3 in behind. 2-year-old trotting colts and geldings, Indiana sired fair circuit. It's round 12 on the road to the Governor's Cup. Converse, race 8. Race time. There they go. Often trotting except for the 3. Cheatham for real. Jumped it off before the start. And now, meanwhile, Brookview Holiday spurted off the wings and out into the early lead. A Swan Hunk came away trotting in the second. That's Express Flight moving up and around Chimichanga, who's now back to 4. On a break in the turn, Hiding the Whiskey jumped it off briefly. And it quickly caught back on. But as they head up the backside, Brookview Holiday, 9-time winner in a rookie campaign, leading the way to the opening quarter. And the lead is 2. Swan Hunk with Brett Wilfong, his closest pursuer right now. A gap of 3 there. That's Express Flight going along in the third. 2 more to Jay Cross and Jimmy Chunga. Gapped about 5 or 6 lengths. That's E.R. Benjamin, opening quarter 31-2. So it's Kevin Detweiler teaming up once again with Joe Wagler as they look for their 4th winner today. They've got the lead here with Brookview Holiday leading the way here as they approach the half-mile mark. Continuing to track in that 2-hole trip is Swan Hunk. Express Flight is right there third, just 2.5 off the lead. Now gapped about 3. Chimichanga in 4th as they head into turn 3. E.R. Benjamin much closer in 5th, and then back to trotting there. That's a Cheatham for real, and Hiding the Whiskey, half 103-3 as they race up the backside. 32-1 second quarter breather. It's Brookview Holiday. Now looking to step on the gas is Detweiler. That lead is 2 as Wilfong takes a look over his shoulder, and he sees that Doug Rido's now coming to the outside with Express Flight. On the inside, Chimichanga in 4th. Back there 5th, that's E.R. Benjamin. But meanwhile, they haven't collared the leader. Brookview Holiday looking for double-digit wins in a rookie campaign. That leads a length and a half. Right there, Swan Hunk in with a shot, 3/4, 133-3, headed for home with an 8 to go. Brookview Holiday on the lead. Brad Wilfong trying to gun him down here with Swan Hunk. Brookview Holiday is finding more though. Strong and in charge. Brookview Holiday. Swan Hunk going to be second. Express Flight third. Finishing 4th. Nice recovery for Cheatham for real. Back in 5th was Chimichanga. Then E.R. Benjamin and Hiding the Whiskey. Brookview Holiday 204-2. Win from here's the 5, Brookview. From 12, throw it in place and show effort, never missed the board. Arms of Indiana, trained by Joe Wagler. 4 winners on the day for trainer Joe Wagler. That's going to put him in a tie for leading trainer with Doug Rideout. A horse to victory. Kevin Detweiler, our leading driver, new sheriff in town. Kevin. The official placing: Chimichanga 5th, Swan Hunk 2nd, Cheatham for real 4th. Scratch, Striking Dan. Flight third, ER Benjamin, 6. Recheck top down, 5, 2, 4. Scratch, 1, 7. Just a tick from equaling the life mark. 4 and 2. All right, backside, bring them out for the third and final. It's the third and final division for 2-year-old trotting colts and geldings. One driver change to make a note of for now. The 3, Dan. Make that driver Mike Peterson. Mike Peterson aboard the 3, Yankee Dan. Bring them out. Race 9. Next. Driver changes to make a note of. Start with the 3, Yankee Dan. Make that driver Mike Peterson. Driver change on the 4, Brookview Hank. Make that driver Kevin Detweiler. Field of 7, including the 1 way. Owned by the East Racing Stable, trained and driven by Donish. The 2, Keep It 50, owned by Joe Evans, along with Travis Williams Jr., who also trains and drives. The 3, Yankee Dan, is on the ball with 8, owned and trained by Greg Runyon. Note the driver change to Mike Peterson. Mike Peterson on the 3, Yankee Dan. 4, Brookview Hank, owned and trained by Joe Wagler, looking for a 5th winner today. Driver change here to Kevin Detweiler, looking for 5. That's Brookview Hank. The driver change to Kevin Detweiler. The 5's Up Dog, 16th in the standings, owned by Abraham Beachy. Jeff Royer trains. Clint Coy will do the driving. Clint looks for his 3rd winner this afternoon. And in the 2nd tier, the 6 is Help the Party, owned and trained by William Wagler. Gerald Miller does the driving. Help the Party is currently in 11th. And the 7 is Broadway Tempo, owned by Julie Rideout, Dr. Alan White, Chris Gilbert, and Matt Burton. Doug Rideout trains and drives. Seven 2-year-old trotting colts and geldings. We've got 5 in line, 2 in behind. Indiana Sire Fair Circuit, round 12 on the road to the Governor's Cup. Converse, race 9. Post time. There they go. Often trotting off to a good start here. Widest of all, Zup Dog is trotting out for that early lead. Along the inside comes a Rebel's Way. On the outside, Brookview Hank driving on now to the inside. On a break, went to the 1 Rebel Ways, has jumped it off. Travis Williams did a nice job of getting around that breaker right in front of him. Now back in 4th there. That's Help the Party. Avoiding the breaker once again, Broadway Tempo. And then Yankee Dan is still on the gallop. Rebel Ways. Up the backstretch they go. Zup Dog is trotting with that lead of 2. Brookview Hank has come away in a 2nd. That's along. A length and a half away to Help the Party in 4th. Currently 5 off the lead. Opening quarter, 30-3. So Clint Coy looks for a 3rd winner today to go with his Grand Slam here yesterday. And it is Zup Dog, 16th in the standings, on the bubble for the consolation, continuing to pave the way. A victory would go a long way toward the Governor's Cup consolation as they pass the half. Zup Dog continues to show the way here. That lead is 2 from Brookview Hank in a 2nd. Now Rideout is on the move with Broadway Tempo. The half, 103 flat. That is Keep It 50 racing along in 4th. Still in with a shot, about 3 off the lead. 2 to Help the Party. Then gap back to Yankee Dan, and further back is Rebel Ways, back trotting up the backstretch and marching down to the 3/4 pole. Can Clint Coy get his 3rd winner today? Zup Dog looking for its 1st win, leading the way. Just got a 1/4 mile to negotiate as they race into the far turn. Zup Dog leads in a length. Up on the wheel of the leader comes Broadway Tempo. Keep It 50 is angled to to the outside for Williams Jr. Zone on a break now went Zupdog. Zupdog jumped it off 3/4, 133 and 2. Zupdog's on the wild gallop. So now inheriting the lead. Yeah, it's been a lucky day for Day. It's been a lucky season all season long. Here is Brookview Hank. Hasn't hit the board in 7 starts, and he gets the win today. Brookview Hank, Kevin Detweiler, and Joe Wadler with another one. Finishing second, Broadway Tempo. Then it was Help the Party, followed by Yankee Dan. Then I think it was Keep It 50 and Zup Dog. 204 and 2. Brookview Hank. When it's going your way, it's going your way. And it's the first win in 8 career starts for the rookie, Brookview Hank. Bred by the Brookview Farms of Indiana. How about a 5th winner today? Alive for 5. Owner trainer Joe Wangler. Why not? Here's Alive for 5. The time 204 and 2 will establish a new life mark for Brookview Hank. Things from race 9. Rebels Way finished 7th, place 6th. Keep It 50 4th. Yankee Dan wound up 5th. Brookview Hank, your divisional winner. Zupdog 6th, place 7th, disqualified for an extended break through the stretch. Help the Party was 3rd. Broadway Tempo 2nd. So reach 104 and 2. All right. Side 3 to go, and we're half more. Backside race 10.
In Indiana, we grow it. And when it comes to harness racing, the Indiana program has grown to become one of North America's very best. Breed development and the ISA have been there every step of the way by overseeing and promoting the Indiana sired racing, breeding, and stakes programs at every level. We're working to ensure a right future for all of us.
And Premier Bluebird gets it done. Bluebird does! Rewrite the record books!
Broadcast to social, print to digital, coast to coast, remote or on site. 412 Communications has the solution to bridge your team with your audience. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today.
And then the following Saturday will be in Clinton County Fairgrounds up in Frankfort, Indiana. That's the 14th and final chance to dance. The following Saturday, once again, a post time of 11 a.m. Eastern Time. This coming Saturday, also an 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time start for J County Fairgrounds in Portland, Indiana. Just 2 rounds to go at the conclusion of today. Don't forget the Governor's Cup consolation 19th at the State Fair. That's August the 19th down at Indianapolis, Indiana State Fairgrounds. Governor's Cup consolation, and then later that day will be the Governor's Cup Championship. Rolling. Bolts and geldings with 5 on the gate. 1 a little late. The first of 3 divisions. Converse on the road to the Governor's Cup round 12, race 10. Post time. There they go. Often pacing from the inside, Insanity. In between horses, Heritage Amoka. Out 3 wide on the turn. Well, I'm a good. There to the inside comes every mile. Be a gap of 2. Then DeVille easy on the chrome. And capped about 5. The early trailer, High Cotton. Up the backstretch they go. Insanity. Good early gate speed has got the lead. But pressure coming from a parked out Val, I'm a good. Giving chase to the pace. There, tucked up in the pocket, is Heritage Amoka. And now yielding for the 2-hole will be Insanity. And now that'll be Val. Right out. So as they Val, I'm good. Looking to go back to back from Connorsville here to Converse. Oh, quarter, it's quick. 27-3 over the lightning fast track here in Converse today. And it is with Val, I'm good on the motor. One of the 2 from the King Barn here today. Sitting in the 2-hole trip, that's Elena Sanity. Now there's action in the backfield. Now coming out 3 high here. High Cotton. Also to the outside was Heritage Mocha. As they race past the half and into the turn. Val, I'm good. High Cotton's come from a long way back now to challenge for the lead. Half in a minute and 2/5 actually slowed it down. Insanity locked in the boxes. They're third. Up on the outside, a second over. Heritage Mocha got about 2.5 to make up. Nowhere to go for every mile beach along the pylons in the 5th. The trailer, Val easy on the chrome. As they race to the 3/4 pole, we got 3 in and 3 out. And Val, I'm good. Looking to win. 3rd time out of the last 4, racing into that turn with a lead of a half. High Cotton and Donnies are grinding it out. Nowhere to go for Lena Saturday. 3/4, 128-2. Heads are kicking for home, and with the lead, Val, I'm a good to the outside, challenging High Cotton. It's Val, I'm good. High Cotton not going away. Up the inside comes Lynn Sanity. They open up the alley, and Lynn Sanity got there. Finishing second, Vel I'm Good. You're going to be close for third. It was either Every Mile Beach or High Cotton. Then it was back to Heritage Mocha and Vel Easy on the chrome. Linsanity, 157 and 4. For 3-year-old pacing colts and geldings today. Here's your winner of the one, Linsanity. Linsanity's a 3-year-old bay gelding, a son of Captain Midnight from the Ponderosa mare, Linwood Rosa. This is the second win of the day for driver Mike Peterson, who also owns and trains. Linsanity was bred by Leon Slaybaugh of Indiana. The first win of the year and third overall for Linsanity. Note that time, 157 and 4. That's a brand new life mark for your winner, Linsanity. Rundown. Divisional winner, Heritage Mocha 5th, Valisi on the Chrome 6th, Vel I'm Good 2nd, High Cotton wound up 4th, Every Mile Beach was 3rd. Recheck top down 156, 2, 4, 3 on the bottom. Here are the fractions, 27 and 3 for the quarter, the half in a minute and 2 ticks, 3/4 in 1:28 and 2, and the winning time today, Linsanity posting a new life mark, 157 and 4. All right, backside 2 to go. Bring them out for race 11. The 11th race is up next. We do have a scratch to report. Scratch the 5. Western Star Beach is out. A driver to be announced for the 4 Wine Party. Bring them out, backside. Race 11 up next. race 11, scratch the 5, Western Star Beach. Note the driver to be announced for the 4 Wine Party. Make that driver Cordarius Stewart. So we're left with a field of 5 that include the 1, Tyrone, owned by Thurl Hensley. Gerald Miller looks for a second training victory today. Gerald Miller will also drive. Currently 15th in the standing, just inside the top 16 to make that consolation. The 2 horses, I'm from Some Beach, 1 and 2 from the Larry King barn. This one owned by the King Racing Stable. Mike Peterson will drive. He looks for a 3rd winner today, and I'm from Some Beach is currently 13th in the standings. Tied for 18th in the standings is a 3, Whiskey Neat. Races for Charlie Harris. Odell Cross, the trainer, and Deshaun Horton will drive. 4, Wine Party. Inside the top 8 in 7th, owned by Travis Mitchell. Melanie Wren trains. Note the driver change to Cordarius Stewart. Cordarius Stewart aboard the 4, Wine Party. Scratch the 5, Western Star Beach. And your points leader, the 6 is Val. See you later. Owned by the King Racing Stable along with Thurl Hensley. Larry King trains and Clint Coy will do the driving. There, we finally made it. With the scratch of the 5, Western Star Beach, we're scratched down to a field of 5. 4 on the gate, 1 a little late. Second of 3 divisions, 3-year-old pacing colts and geldings. Converse, round 12 on the road to the Governor's Cup. Race 11, post time. There they go. Often pacing, I'm from Some Beaches, gunning for that early lead. Right alongside Whiskey and he carry 3 deep into the turn. Wine saving ground from the second tier. Vel, see you later. Early trailer, Tyrone. As the field heads up the backside, they're settling in here, and it is right now. That's I'm from Some Beach. 1 or 2 for the King Barn, leading the way. That's Whiskey Neat and Deshaun Horton, who landed in the pocket. Here comes Vel. See you later. Your points later, looking to extend that winning streak, if I'm not mistaken. Our winning streak, he's going to look for 10 wins on the year, and right now he just took over the lead as they pass the quarter and they're racing midway into the turn. First quarter, 29 and 2. Val, see you later. With that lead, a length and a half. I'm from Some Beach, and Mike Peterson yielded for that 2-hole ride as they swing through the stretch and approach the half. Whiskey Neat drafting along in third, Wine the party fourth. Tyrone can see them all. Fifth, just 5 from the lead. Half a mile to go in the second of 3 divisions for the sophomore Pacers. And that's Clint Coy, who looks for a third winner today. He should be awfully tough in here. The half 101-3, 32-1, second quarter breather. That might be all he needs as Val. See you later. Coy just took a little peek over his shoulder. No challengers yet, but that is Wine Party, who has moved to the outside for Cordelia Stewart. I'm from Some Beach trying to hold position along the inside. And then 2 to Whiskey Neat and 4 to Tyra's Tyrone. Less than a quarter mile to go. Is this win number 10 on the season? Leading the way into the far turn. Val, see you later. To the outside, Wine Party 3/4. 31-2, an eighth from home, and Val, see you later, is continuing to stretch that lead out. The lead is 2. A good effort from Wine Party. Inside, I'm from Some Beach. Governor's Cup, he's got a target on his back. Val, see you later in a hand drive to win it over. That was Wine Party second. I'm from Some Beach, and then back to Whiskey Neat and Tyra's Tyrone. Val, see you later. 159-2. And an easy victory today for your point leader in this category for 3-year-old pacing colts and geldings. It's the 6. Val, see you later. Val, see you later is a 3-year-old bay gelding. Here's another winner from Highlighter today out of the Metropolitan Mare White Metro. How about 10 wins from 17 starts this year? And now that's 16 overall from just 23 lifetime starts. Val, see you later was bred by Alvin Schwartz of Indiana, owned by Thurl Hensley and the King Racing Stable. Winning trainer Larry King, driven to victory. That's a triple on the day for driver Clint Coy. The official placings from race 11, Tyra's Tyrone 5th. I'm from Some Beach 3rd. Whiskey Neat 4th. Wine Party 2nd. Scratch Western Star Beach. Val, see you later, your divisional winner. Rechecking top down 5, 3, 4, 2 scratch, 1 on the bottom. The fractions were 29-2, the half 101-3, 3/4 in 131-2, and the winning time today for Val, see you later in a hand drive, 159-2. All right, this is the last one. Race 12, the finale is up next. Once again, this is the finale coming up, and at this point, no changes. Race 12 up next.
In Indiana, we grow it. And when it comes to harness racing, the Indiana program has grown to become one of North America's very best. Breed development and the ISA have been there every step of the way by overseeing and promoting the Indiana sired racing, breeding, and stakes programs at every level. We're working to ensure a right future for all of us.
Broadcast to social, print to digital, coast to coast, remote or on site. 412 Communications has the solution to bridge your team with your audience. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today.
horses have made their way onto the racetrack. And final race of round 12 on the road to the Governor's Cup. Third and final, 3-year-old pacing colts and geldings. Note the driver to be announced for the one, MM's Eddie. Make that driver Alvin Miller. Alvin Miller aboard his own horse, the one, MM's Eddie. So the field does include the one, MM's Eddie, owned by Jake Schwartz, along with Alvin Miller, who trains and also will drive Alvin Miller aboard. 2 is Charging Thunder, currently ranked inside the top 8 in 4th, owned by KNG Racing. Kevin Hayes, the trainer. Mike Peterson will drive. Second in the standings is a 3, Vel Big Shocker, owned by the King Racing Stable, trained by Larry King, Doug Rideout, the pilot. 4, Flaming Ace, owned by the East, trained and driven by Don East. And rounding out the field, 11th in the standings, the 5, Western Beast Boy, owned and trained by Joe Wagler. Kevin Detweiler does the driving. Hindenburg has called for the horses to line up. Gates rolling. The 3-year-old pacing colts and geldings all on gate. Indiana sired fair circuit. Round 12 coming to an end here in Converse on the road to the Governor's Cup. Just 2 weeks away. Race 12, the finale. Race time. There they go. Often pacing, Charging Thunder and Vel Big Shocker. Those two are going to gun out for that early lead. Also moving up on the outside is Flaming Ace. To the inside, MM's Eddie. Out 3 deep into the turn. Western Beast Boy. But it's Charging Thunder who's looking to go 4 in a row here on the chooch right now in the finale by 2. Vel Big Shocker also looking to extend a winning streak, is sitting in the pocket. Parked out and driving on. Western Beast Boy. There to the inside is MM's Eddie. And the trailer, a Flaming Ace. Just past the quarter pole, Charging Thunder's got the lead, but a hung out Western Beast Boy gonna turn the heat up right now and has been parked from the get-go. Opening quarter, 28 and 3. Peterson on the inside, Detweiler on the outside. These two, Charging Thunder and Western Beast Boy, duke it out to the half-mile mark. Getting the absolutely golden trip here today is Vel Big Shocker. A gap of about 3. Now Flaming Ace has moved to the outside of MM's Eddie. Pass the half, heading into the turn one more time. And on the inside, Charging Thunder, but Western Beast Boy not going away. The half, 58-2. Here's Flaming Ace on the move for the veteran Donish now as they straighten out on the backside. Charging Thunder hasn't had a breather at all and continues to go with that lead. And now calling it a day is Western Beast Boy. Out there, 3 high. Flaming Ace along the inside. Val Big as Shocker should have plenty of go left. And then MMZ less than a quarter mile to go. Charging Thunder trying to close the deal. He's been bothered all the way and he seems to be responding. 3/4 in, 127-2. And Charging Thunder, the son of Rocketovich, comes homeward bound in the finale under an all-out drive. Peterson looks for a third winner today. Charging Thunder, will he extend the streak to 4? Getting tired. Flaming Ace. Charging Thunder did do it over Flaming Ace, a gallant second. Then it was back there to Velbig Shocker third, MMZ fourth. Western Beast Boy will finish fifth. 4 in a row and 3 on the day for Charging Thunder and Mike Peterson. Winning time, how about 1:56? In front of the grandstand after closing out the third and final division for 3-year-old pacing colts and geldings. A very gutsy effort here today for the 2 Charging Thunder. Charging Thunder, a 3-year-old bay gelding. He's the son of Rock and Image from the Sun Beach Somewhere mare, Precision Hanover. How about 4 wins in a row and now 6 on the year and in the career of Charging Thunder. Bred by the White Pine Farms of Indiana. Charging Thunder is owned by K&G Racing. Trained by Kevin High. Driven to victory for Mo Pete. That's a triple on the afternoon for driver Mike Peterson. Also note the time of 1:56 flat by 3 ticks. That's a brand new life mark for Charging Thunder. The official placings from the finale, MMZ 4th. Charging Thunder, your divisional winner. Velbig Shocker 3rd. Flaming Ace 2nd. Western Beast Boy finish 5th. Rechecking top down, it's 4, 1, 3, 2, and 5. The fractions were 23. The half, 58-2. 3/4, 127-2. Once again, the winning time, the quickest of the 3 divisions here this afternoon for Charging Thunder, a new life mark, 1:56 flat. Well, round 12 has come to a conclusion here in Converse this afternoon. This coming Saturday, Jay County Fairgrounds will be the site. Portland, Indiana. That's right, Portland, Indiana coming up this Saturday for round 13. Then the following Saturday will be the 14th and final round at the Clinton County Fairgrounds, and that is in Frankfort, Indiana, with also a post time of 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Want to thank the ISA once again for all that they've done for fair racing this season, and also the Standardbred Development Program, the Indiana Standardbred Breed Development Program. They have given us plenty of support throughout the season, including live streaming with our new partners, 412 Communications. They do a great job. Don't forget the ISA to join their membership. You can look it up in the program, but go to our website. It's brand new, and it's full of all kinds of information that you need. Become a member and join today the ISA membership. So for now, until next time, this is track announcer Rick Hubble saying thank you and good night.